to me, 'cause what you say.
Welcome to Bhim Code. I am always amazed when I am using Chatgpt. There is always a question that how does it work? So I asked Chatgpt. I am a machine learning model that uses a technique called deep learning to generate text. I have been trained on a massive dataset of text, which allows me to understand and generate natural language. When I receive a prompt, I analyze it and use my training to generate a response. The response is generated based on patterns and relationships in the data I have seen during my training. I am sorry, I am a text-based AI and do not have the capability to show diagrams. However, I can describe the general architecture of a deep learning model like mine. A deep learning model typically consists of an input layer, one or more hidden layers, and an output layer. The input layer receives the data, which is then processed through the hidden layers, where the data is transformed and abstracted into higher-level representations. Finally, the output layer produces the model's prediction or output. In a language model like mine, the input is typically a sequence of words or tokens. These words are then passed through an encoder, which converts them into a numerical representation. This representation is then passed through one or more recurrent layers, which allow the model to understand the context and relationships between words. Finally, the decoder generates the output, which is the predicted next word in the sequence. It is a complex structure, and there are many variations to this basic structure depending on the task, dataset, and the complexity of the problem.
Examples of deep learning. Sure, here are a few examples of simple tasks that a deep learning model like mine can be used for. Image classification. The model is trained on a dataset of images, along with their corresponding labels. The model learns to recognize patterns in the images, and when given a new image, it can predict the label that best describes it. Sentiment analysis. The model is trained on a dataset of text, along with their corresponding labels. The model learns to understand the sentiment of text, and when given a new piece of text, it can predict whether it is positive, negative, or neutral. Time series forecasting. The model is trained on a dataset of time series data, such as stock prices, weather data, or energy consumption. The model learns to understand patterns in the data, and when given a new set of time series data, it can predict future values. Language translation. The model is trained on a dataset of text pairs, where one is a text in a source language and other is the same text translated to a target language. The model learns to understand the relationship between the two languages, and when given a new piece of text in the source language, it can translate it to the target language. These are just a few examples of the many tasks that deep learning models can be used for. The specific architecture and training process will vary depending on the task and dataset.
Before going, here are today's learned topics. Deep learning, natural language processing, machine learning. Good to see you soon, spoilers. Have a safe, productive and creative time ahead. Thanks for watching Free Face video.
You are dead to me, 'cause what you said to me. cut so deep, and now you're dead to me.